Welcome to Running Denver. I'm Alyssa Minsick here with Lonnie Summers, and we'd like to welcome you to episode 7. Today we're going to review some of the things that have happened since our last episode in the running community, as well as preview what's coming up. And we're also going to talk with Becky Lashley, 2015 Leadville Series Women winner.
And we are in a wonderful location. We always like to go around different places, see if you can figure out where we're at. As you can see behind us, we've got wildlife viewing. You will see some wildlife here, maybe not as much as some other areas, but the really cool thing about this path is it goes 66 miles through many different municipalities in the Denver metro area, and is actually a very important, once a time, a very important waterway to many of the municipalities. So can you figure out where we're at? We'll be back after this.
Greatness, it's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars, and the rest of us can only stand by watching. You can forget that. Greatness is not some rare DNA strand. It's not some precious thing. Greatness is no more unique to us than breathing. We're all capable of it. All of us.
Welcome back, everybody, to Running Denver. We are in a very cool location, and if you haven't figured it out before with our hints, which actually weren't that many hints, but we are at the Highline Canal, and we're in the southwest part of it. The Highline Canal, Melissa's, actually goes for 66 miles. I don't think most people know how long it actually goes. They probably see it in different areas along the city and county of Denver, and it's in Jefferson County. It actually starts in Waterton Canyon, which is an area our show was at a few weeks ago. Starts about 1.8 miles up above in Waterton Canyon, and it flows all the way through out to Green Valley Ranch through Douglas County, City and County of Denver, Arapahoe County, parts of Aurora, and Green Valley Ranch, for those that don't know, it's very close to DIA. So you can take it a very long time. So it's got a lot of history. The Highline Canal was actually an important waterway to Denver, bringing water in to the municipality areas. But now it's mostly used for recreation, and it's got fine crushed gravel in a lot of parts of it. There's some paved areas. It's a really great place to go out, and you can do a lot of miles on it, and I'm sure that you've actually done some training on it as well.
I have. In some of my training, I've done long runs on the Highline Canal. I've only covered about 10 or 12 miles of it, but you know, who knows? Maybe I will, maybe I'll decide to do Leadville one day and run all 66 just for the heck of it, so.
And that is a great segue, because our next segment is going to be review preview, and our review, we're going to be covering a lot of stuff that happened at the Leadville 100 this year. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
First up was the Nolans 14. Anna Frost and Missy Gosney finished Nolans 14, a link-up of 14,000 foot pikes in Colorado under the 60-hour cutoff. They are the first 2 women to have completed all 14 summits of Nolans, and only the 12th and 13th individuals to have done so in the run's history. Nolans 14 is not so much a route as an objective. Summit 14 Sawatch Range 14ers in 60 hours. Some place to finish at the final trailhead after a descent from the 14th summit, but runners who reach the final summit within 60 hours are generally considered to have completed Nolans. Nolans can be run northbound or southbound, and there is no set course, leaving runners free to pick the most efficient lines. Often this entails bushwhacks through undergrowth, perilous descents on steep talus fields, and bewildering off-trail navigation in the dark. Over the course of 3 days and 2 nights, runners cover roughly 100 miles and climb some 44,000 feet. Also recently was the Leadville 100 race. Leading the men were Ian Sherman from Oregon in a time of 16 hours and 33 minutes, Kyle Piatri from Denver in 18 hours 16 minutes, Carlos Sagastume from Guatemala came in third with 18 hours and 29 minutes. On the women's side, Lisa Howard from Texas won with 19 hours 34 minutes. Kara Henry from Boulder took second place with 19 hours 54 minutes, and Danielle Hilson from Littleton finished in a time of 22 hours and 28 minutes to clinch third. Also as part of the Leadville was the Leadman and Leadwomen series, which consists of the Leadville Trail Marathon in June, Silver Rush 50 mountain bike or run in July, as well as the Leadville Mountain Bike 100, followed by a 10K foot race the next day in August, and also a week later, the Leadville 100 foot race in August. Taking first for the men was Marvin Sandoval in 38 hours, 16 minutes, 11 seconds. And first for the women was Becky Lynn Lassie, who we'll be talking with soon. She won in 46 hours, 52 minutes, and 5 seconds, which is a win by 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's amazing. Next up was the Eldorado Springs Cure 4-miler. This was sponsored by Newton Running. It's really nice to see them out and giving back to the community as well. Leading the men for the 4-miler were Dewey Griffiths in 1940, Tyler McCandless in 2034, and Matt Hensley in 20 minutes 44 seconds. On the women's side, Susan Patridge won with 22 minutes 27 seconds, Mayo Kuroda in 22:43, and Yuka Harayoma in 23:30. Next up for review was the Ryan Hawk Hustle, supporting Ryan Hawk Elementary School. Adam Cinda took the cake with 15:45, and his sister also teaches at the school, and Aaron Brumleve won for the women in 2018. Finally, we have the Superhero Challenge 5K, supporting Prostate Conditions Educational Council, that was held in Wash Park this past Sunday. Jake Ruttinger won the race in 20 minutes 7 seconds, and Brittany Call took it for the women with 24:11.
In our preview, we've got a lot of great events coming up this weekend. Sunday, September 6th, is the Broncos Back to Football 7K, sponsored by Sports Authority. This is a second annual event. It's going to be a fantastic event. If you love the Broncos, it's a really true fan experience with some really fast times as well. A great opportunity to win some cool prizes. But the really neat thing is you get to finish on the 50-yard line. Big Jumbotron will be going on, actually, and yours truly with Running Denver is going to be there as your finish line announcer, so I hope to see you there. And I want to see you come through with the hands up, high in the air, screaming and yelling as you come through that tunnel with the giant horse head like the Broncos come out on the field on. That is a really cool feature. Then we've got Heroes and Villains on September 12th. This is going to be at Stapleton Central Park. This benefits Team Hope for Huntington's disease. This is a really fun event because you are randomly selected either as a hero or a villain, and you're pitted against each other as you run, and the top 20 times are taken against each other to see who has the fastest time. Is it the heroes or the villains? The villains won last year. Will you come be part of it and see if the heroes can take the cake? On the next day, we have the Panerathon up in Westminster. If you've been to Panera, they have the most wonderful, amazing food. Their bagels are incredible, and they bake a ton of fresh stuff for the morning. But this supports Food Bank of the Rockies. It's in its 9th year. This is a wonderful event. A lot of family fun to have. They got face painting. They've usually, the Westminster brings out their old fire trucks. There's a lot of fun and family things going on. And then finally, music. We love music. The Cardo Symphony on September 19th has its 5K taking place at Sloan's Lake. This is a really fun event. There's symphony music all along the thing, a lot of interactive things, a lot of fun things to do for the kids as well. They have a build-your-own musical instrument zone. This event has really grown. This was actually, believe it or not, an original event that was in the 1970s and 1980s, and then it went away for several years, and it was brought back. This is its 3rd year coming back. A lot of fun, definitely. So we hope to see you out at some of those races. Welcome back, everybody, from Review Preview. A lot of cool things that were happening, including the Leadville 100. That's amazing, especially Ian Sherman being able to run that fast double-time winner. And, you know, that average pace that he did was less than 10 minutes per mile for 100 miles.
It's crazy.
That's amazing. And some great preview stuff, or a preview of events coming up, too. This weekend, I think I love the fact that the Broncos Back to Football 7K is going on. You get to run through the entire horse head coming out on the field. But now we've got our special guest.
That is Becky Lassie. She was the 2015 Leadville Series Woman winner, so we'll see what she has to say.
I'm Becky Lynn Lassie, and I came in top female lead woman in 2015. Woo! I've run in high school. I started track and cross country, and my mom said, "You want to run or you want a job in a car?" So I picked the car. I did kind of give up running for a little while in high school. Now looking back, I wish I would have done more, but my friends always said, hey, you should run this marathon with us. My first marathon was the Kauai Marathon in 2009. I came in second place in my first marathon, and then in 2010 I won the Kauai Marathon. So I did that consecutively for 5 years, and I came in top 3 female for each 5 year of the 5-year runs. And then I got this whim of, I want to do an ultra, because I'd seen articles about Jamie Donaldson running the Badwater, and I'm like, what is this ultra world? This is awesome. So I started kind of going towards trails, and then I'd read the book Born to Run, and that kind of lit the fire in 2011. I wanted to run the Leadville 100. So 2013, I signed up for my first 100, the Leadville 100, and it's kind of history from there. I've done it 3 years in a row. I did the Lead Woman the past 2 years. Last year I came in second place, missing first place by 2 minutes and 44 seconds. So I had to go back this year for redemption. I had a goal for the Leadville 100 to do a sub 24, because last year I came in at 24:15:56. So my goal was to do a 24-hour. That was last year. I wanted to do 24, and I talked the crew into letting me walk a little bit. So that was on me, but that's okay. And we just went back this year, and I was set to do a 22-hour, and then I kind of fell behind just a little bit here and there, but sub 24 was perfect. And when I knew within the last 3 miles that we had to make it in less than 40 minutes and we were doing a 15-minute mile, it finally all clicked. Oh, I need to move. So I did drop like an 8.5-minute mile in the last mile. When I got to the crest of the hill, it was go time, and I didn't stop. All I saw was the finish line. So with strategy for Leadville 100, I find that when I do talk to people, it blows their mind. They're like, you ran for 23 hours? Yes, but some of that is power hiking. I learned how to power hike when I was first training for my first Leadville 100. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just learn how to do this. And so power hiking to me conserves energy. A lot of people have hiking poles, and I may try those down the line, but I find that putting my hands on my legs and just digging deep is like the best way to power hike. I know in 2014 I met some guys that were doing the Leadman Challenge, and they didn't know how to power hike. I met them at the 50 mile. I'm like, you guys better learn really quick. So they all followed me and all the things that I did. I also like to do what I call a Tabata. It's actually just like 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, or you can change it to 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. The Leadville Race Series decided that they were going to basically showcase the first lead man and first lead woman, the top female and top male, and they presented us with these wonderful pickaxes. So yes, this is a real pickaxe. They burned in the Leadville Race Series logo, and then on this side it's the Leadville name, and then their logo, their mountain logo. So what drives me? I like to be inspiring to others. I want to inspire others to do something that they don't think they can do. And that's my hope, is that I inspire somebody to say, hey, I can do this, and it's something really difficult. The biggest lesson I took away from running 100 miles is don't lie to your crew and eat. I did the first 50 miles pretty much on empty. I threw the cookies in the bush, oh, I got this, I'm fine. Well, I wasn't fine at 50. So that's really when the 100-mile race starts, is 50. 100 miles is a long time. And so, I mean, even this year, a lot of people that were first-timers, 90% of the field was first-timers for 2015. And they all thought that they were winning the race. And I'm like, yes, it hasn't even started yet, and you go up over Hope Pass, you go into Winfield, that's really when things get real. A crew is crucial. To me, that's the only way I finish. I had 5 pacers this year, so one person got kind of a short distance, probably about 5 miles in the middle from Pipeline to Outward Bound. But they all keep me going. They're crucial. Without them, I wouldn't be able to finish. So I've learned a lot about recovery. Funny that you mentioned that. With the 100-mile bike ride, the weekend before the 100-mile run, you have about 4 days in between to get ready for the run. And I did a lot of recovery through RX Sports Recovery. And they have like hot and cold tubs. They have compression, arm sleeves. I do the legs, their boots. It's pretty awesome. They have this system called Normatec. And so it's like a blood pressure cuff. It goes up and then it goes back down. So it flushes out all of the toxins. It's amazing. What I hope to inspire other people to do is they feel like, well, running's not for me, or, you know, I can't do that. And just to inspire them to even just get up and do a 5K. A lot of people that I talk to, they're like, oh, that's way below you. It's not below me. I love 5Ks. I love to just be around the energy of people. So if anything, it's to inspire somebody to get up and move, you know, be active. And I hope that I inspire people to live an active lifestyle. You don't have to be extreme. Just be active. Enjoy the outdoors. It's beautiful. You know, we live in a beautiful state.
Wow, that was pretty awesome. Thank you so much, Becky, for being here. I don't know about you, but I'm taking a day off today and I'm feeling kind of guilty about it now.
I know, especially when you think about how much she had to do to earn that cool, really pickaxe.
Which I got to hold while she was interviewing, by the way.
That's right. It's like sacred stuff. I know for many of you are laughing, it's just a pickaxe, but it
It's
took a
not.
lot of hard work and effort
not
to get that. And
just
she
a
is
pickaxe.
completely deserves that. She's a badass for sure.
Absolutely.
So that is our show for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. We really wanted to focus in on somebody very special in the running community because not only is Becky running in there, she's also supporting a lot of races by volunteering and working. So a lot of times if you don't see her running, there's a chance she's behind the scenes. So if you see her, make sure you say hi to her. We'll see you next time on Running Denver. I'm Lonnie Summers.
Melissa Minsick,
Until next time.
thanks for joining us.